What's up, YouTube? It is Liam, aka Monica Lewinsky, and we are back with episode 3 of the Road to Glory series we started a couple weeks ago. We are currently sitting at 4 stars, and we are right on the brink of the edge of our senior season. So we have a pretty important decision coming up. I did make the executive decision off camera to cut Alabama from our top 10 list and replace them with Penn State. Just looking at their depth chart, they had like 3 or 4 young guys who were all about 80 overall. And even though I feel like I could come in and compete for the starting job right away and give any of them a run for their money at any point in the season, I didn't want to be competing from the QB4 spot. I think I want to start either as a starter, QB1, or QB2. So we can just kind of get this career off the ground and running in college. But this is our list. Everybody's still the same except Penn State. We do have the offer points for them, though, so pretty much as soon as we wrap this game up, I'm sure we will get that offer. If you missed last episode, we are verbally committed to the University of Georgia. They're number 2 in class rank, and I mean, if you know Georgia, they got a pretty baller team, so it's just a good spot to be right now. We're the only quarterback on their board, so let's get into this game against Brentwood. I don't know that these drills or moments matter too much anymore, just because we have all the scholarship points. So I think we just got to get them done if we want to get to 5 stars. But let's get straight into it. Senior night, get to stroll out with the roses. That's a sick little shot on the side angle. You know, they didn't really show too many of those through these like walkouts in Road to Glory. But let's get straight into it. We need one pass for 20 yards, and we need to scramble for more than 25 yards. Lining it up here, first play. Play action. Wide open. I did see Circle wide open, but I missed him. I saw it right as soon as I threw the ball. But just didn't make that throw. I guess maybe it's a good thing just because we need those 25 yards. And I'm going to try to pick those up right here. Get a decent amount, get 15, but got to pick more of those up pretty quickly. So I'm going to try to stretch the field out against this deep pass play. We do pick up the first down, a whole lot more. Spin move does not work out for us very great. But got both goals done. Now all we need to do is score the touchdown and make sure we get all the points we need. First down, just outside the red zone. Boom. Nice little hitch route. Makes it 2nd and 5 inside the red zone. Read option, triple option, and maybe a bad play call, but hey, it works out. I mean, I stopped running because I thought he was about to get tackled. But he did it. He did it. Got that first down. We're gonna change this play up big time because I don't like the man coverage alignment up against the right side there. Didn't think that looked very good. 2nd and goal. Got the keeper. Try to hit square, and we just overthrow it. This shouldn't be happening as a 5-star, but you know, read options. Try again. This one we just take up the gut. A little bit of a late hit there, I think, but that's alright. It's whatever. We got all our goals done, scored a touchdown, and we're getting closer to that 5-star, man. I know y'all can see it. We're getting so close. Coming out for this second drive now. All we gotta do is really score a touchdown. As long as you hit a touchdown, you're getting into field goal range. R1, wide open. One play to get down there. So now we're operating just outside the red zone. Boom. Now we're at the 5. Don't even have to use a timeout because we're straight chilling. Read option, go for it again. And that's a nasty pick. We should have had the block there on the outside, but Thank goodness for those retries because now we get an extra shot at it. So we'll see if we can take advantage of this man coverage. Float that ball up nice and light to R1. And he's just got a sideline. Cover one. More than makes up for the interception. More than makes up for the interception and the missed block there. And you look at that meter, we did hit that 5-star. So might have an extra star after the game, move up in those rankings just a little bit higher. Now come out for our third moment. Get a little PA dagger, one of my favorite plays in the game. Wasn't really sure what to do, so I just put him on a return route. But yeah, I didn't really see anything I liked. My playmaker didn't go exactly where I wanted it to. I was hoping it would use move square, but alas, it did not. 2nd and 10. A little bit of an overthrow, but we get bailed out by the tight end. Now it's 1st and 10 again. Got to make a little slide adjustment just because they got 3 on one side. Move out of the pocket. And boom. That's just outrunning. That's just outrunning with a deep ball. So we're kind of firing on all cylinders. We're getting deep passes. We're getting real yard gainers here. And we just keep bumping up that score, just more and more and more. Securing our place in 5 stars, in the 5-star rank. And now it's time for our last drive. It's all on the line here. 55 seconds left. Gotta get a touchdown. Gotta get the first down here. We just barely get it, but because it is inside of a minute, we gotta go hurry up on pretty much everything. And get absolutely smacked. Maybe if I made it outside, I could have had a nice little seam buster to R1, and doesn't really look like there's a lot here. Maybe I could have hit circle, but just didn't love what I was looking at, so I decided to take off and pick up just a few. Now it's 3rd and 5, another big 3rd down, and he drops it. He drops it on the drag route. Oh my goodness. 4th down, season on the line, and I'm a crazy man because I am running the exact same play once again. Gotta make sure our protection's set. Can't have any excuses. Oh, man coverage. Easy money. Easy money down the sideline to give us a nice spot in the red zone. 24 seconds left and counting. In route. Wonderful. Inside the 5. Gotta hurry it up. There's no timeouts left. I know we'll get a playoff, but how much time for plays will we have? Do we have just one? Do we have just one? All we need is one. Singer out of the backfield into the end zone to cap off our high school career with a W. That's huge. That is huge. We weren't sure if we'd have just one play. Turns out we just needed one. We get back into the menu, and we pick up our last few offers of the cycle. Cal, Iowa State, Penn State. I mean, we kind of knew that we were going to be picking these up. We had the scholarship points for pretty much everybody. Pick up an offer from Tennessee. That's cool. Do we need it? Not sure. Don't really think so. But move up, get that 5-star, top 30, number 6 quarterback in the country, number 4 player in all of California. And now it comes time for maybe the real challenge with this episode, cutting down to top 3. And not only that, but we are going to go and do the hat pick this episode as well. We will commit to a school. So, time to go through and take a look at what these schools are offering. We see Georgia with the 8-1 record. We see them with the great recruiting class that we saw right before we got started. But We are verbally committed there. I'm not 100% sure because we don't get all the scholarship boosts, and they're already 8-1. Do we really want to go jump on an 8-1 bandwagon? So I don't know. Something to think about. Projected starter at Clemson, but I'm feeling a little uneasy. They've already got the number 3 quarterback in the country. Or I'm sorry, I'm sure he's the number 1 quarterback in the country, number 3 overall. So, do we even really want to go play there? I know Dabo's a great coach. I know they had a lot of scholarship boosts, but that just might not feel like the right spot. I know we can go in and immediately take that job, but maybe we'll give that spot to that guy so that we can have somebody to compete with. Oregon's also got a lot of really good scholarship boosts, but I'm not a huge fan of their recruiting class. Same with Miami. It says they're number 6, but it just doesn't look like they have anybody that's really going to be a great fit with us. I do like Ole Miss in the running for the number 5 player in the country, that receiver. They got a lot of receivers in this class, so we'll see. USC already coming in as the number 2 quarterback, and they have another 5-star quarterback on their board. Notre Dame, I'm a little unsure just because they have CJ Carr, but I don't know. I think we can take that spot from him pretty easily. He's not too great. Penn State, number 1 team in the nation. I didn't realize that when I put them on the board, but we are the projected starter. Could be a good place to look at. LSU's a fun place. Look at the scholarships, but they do already have 2 4-star quarterbacks committed, and not that we wouldn't start over those guys right away, but I feel like part of me wants to give some of these other guys a little bit of a chance, just so that way we have people to compete with and maybe look forward to competing with in our career. So we're going to go through and keep scrolling through some of these and make some cuts here in just a second. Oklahoma, where the bench, they got so many guys. I don't really know that we want to go and win through that job all the way from QB3. Miami will be somebody that's probably makes it down pretty far to the wire on this. USC, same thing. They have a 5-star quarterback. They have another quarterback in Jaden Mayava. And we don't get a full scholarship boost from USC because we actually did miss the moment from Lincoln Riley last episode, if you caught that. So with that, you don't get all of the stuff that the school has to offer in terms of the NIL boost, the academic boost. As we cut Oregon, really cut Oregon just because they have Dante Moore. That's going to be a hard guy to take that position from just because he's already going to be such a high overall. It's going to, even though it is my career, it's going to feel weird to push a guy like that to the bench. LSU, oh man, gonna be the starter. They're 3-6. Lot of good scholarship boosts as far as the NIL goes, as far as the starting XP goes, the leadership. It's a lot of upside there. Penn State, I'm a little back and forth on it. I do like coming in as the starter, but I'm not 100% sure I want to ride the coattails of the number 1 team in the country. And after a few seconds of pensive flipping, I decide I am going to cut Penn State. I just can't do it. I can't go play for the number 1 team in the country. And, for that same reason, I am going to end up cutting Clemson because they also just have the number 3 quarterback or number 3 player in the entire class. And it's just, I can't do it. I can't do it. So Miami, I guess I can go play for number 10, especially because uh, they're losing a lot of players on that team in this NFL draft, I'm sure. But I was really stuck on these three teams for a long time. I was really thinking about going into the decommitting from Georgia and going into the signing day with Ole Miss, Notre Dame, LSU. They look like such good spots. They're all big time programs that are probably going to be losing some talent to the portal, but they have really good head coaches, and as long as none of them get fired, I think I'm good. I did cut LSU just because they had those two quarterbacks, like we saw, those two 4-stars. Did cut Miami just because I didn't love their recruiting class, and this is my top three. This is what we're rocking with. We're sticking with the verbal commitment to Georgia rolling into signing day, but that may change. That may change. Just because, man, I mean, what was Notre Dame? They were their record was awful. They were like 3-6 at this point, and 4-5. Ole Miss is 6-4. Georgia's 8-1. I mean, not terrible. Really, I'd feel good as long as a team like Georgia didn't win a national championship. I'd feel okay going to them. Same with Penn State and Clemson, I guess. But I'm not sure that I want to take that chance. But yeah, this is our top three. We're gonna head into signing day with this group and gonna go pick the hat. I did think it was going to jump us straight into the hat picking ceremony, but it turns out we get a little rankings update. We jump up, so we are better than whoever that quarterback that committed to USC was. But I guess we do also get the option to set our mental ability as well, which pretty cool. I guess you do get these at 4 and 5-star, so excited to get that. And I think the only one that I can really see myself going with out of these 6 is Field General. I don't like Roller Coaster just because it's more volatile. I mean, I guess I feel like I'm probably going to be pretty prone to throwing interceptions, so I don't want to just go cold so quickly if I have just a couple bad plays in a row. Headstrong, I like Headstrong, but I kind of wish that we could use one of those to replace some of these other ones. But that just makes me think that Field General is far and away the best one to go with. It has the ability to show post-snap blitzers right off rip, and as you upgrade it to Gold and Hall of Fame, it shows you coverage shells, and once you're at Hall of Fame, you're immune to even fake blitzers. So, yeah, I mean, I guess I really, really wish that you could replace fan favorite Road Dogg and maybe even Clear Headed with some of these other ones, but I find Field General to be the most valuable by far of those 6. So we'll go ahead and stick with that. Now it's actually time for the hat selection. So go to the gym, thank everybody, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Let's get to the important stuff. Now, and just because I've made a big deal out of it, remember, we are verbally committed to Georgia, which makes it the perfect hat to fake pick. I'm going to be taking my talents for the next 3 to 4 seasons, maybe less. Maybe we hit the transfer portal to Notre Dame. Marcus Freeman, here I come. I'm going to save your program. We are going to South Bend. So that'll do it for this episode. when you hear from me next time, it will be with the backdrop of a Notre Dame dorm room. Thank you guys so much for watching the high school portion of this career. If you've enjoyed watching this far, please, I guess thank you for making it to the end of the video. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. Any bit of interaction gets this out to other people so that they can also follow along on this series. And until next time, peace!